What's up, guys? It's Will from Urban Outdoors DMV. So I got a new commuter car last week. I went from a 2007 Impala with a lot of issues. Exhaust, seats, transmission was a big one. And of course the actuators to a 2011 Taurus, which also apparently has problems constantly with actuators. So you turn on the vehicle, or you switch the blend, or you switch from circulated air to non-circulated, they hear like a clack, 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 clack. That's the actuator clicking. So we're going to fix that today, because the one thing that Ford did that Chevy did not do with this model is that they didn't make the actuators really stupid to get to, and you don't have to be a midget or a 4 or 5-year-old to get your hands on the actuator to pull it out and switch it out. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Alright, the first thing you want to do, besides scratch the crap out of your neighbor's car, is to get at the actuator. So the actuator is right behind the glove compartment. So you actually have to the side and work the sides out one at a time. Side, that side. And once you have the sides worked out, you pull it down and the whole thing should come out. If you look inside, it's that white component with those two, they look like 8 or 9 millimeter bolts with that pigtail, that wiring harness thing on the top. That's going to be the actuator we're going to switch out. Okay, guys, once you actually get the component out, which we did, you want to check it with the one that you got. This one in particular came from, I want to say it was AutoZone. And look, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but rocket scientists don't work at AutoZone, because I'm just saying, even though they're good folks and they try real hard, there's a reason why they get paid minimum wage. Not a lot of skill involved. Sometimes you get that employee that just doesn't care, and they'll give you the wrong part and they don't care. So you want to make sure that what you took out matches what you took in, not color. I mean the holes where they line up. Make sure the plunger when the actuator goes in the car in the same location. Make sure the pigtail looks right as to where it's going to go. Or, excuse me, the connector for the pigtail on both sides. You want to make sure you got the right part. So this looks right, so we're going to go ahead and put it in. All right, guys, gotta make sure that plunger goes in the right place, which there's a hole for it right there. See where the hole goes. Line it up and just snap it right into place. All right, once you got it in place, make sure the hole is lined up. Check your hardware you pulled out of there. And then you put it in there and tight, like so. Grab your wiring harness like that. See this piece, this little red clip? That little red clip is actually what holds the harness on there. So when I took it off, I had to pop it out. And when I put it back in and it secures in there, I have to push it down. There we go. These are actually 8 millimeter bolts. These two. But now the actuator's in, the plunger went in, it's bolted into place, and the pigtail, the wiring harness is hooked up the way it's supposed to. So this should work. Hypothetically, this should work.